Okay, so we're looking at dictionaries now in chapter 20. This is the last thing we're looking at. And dictionaries are another type of data, another data type. In this case, it is not a sequence. So everything else we've done have been sequences. So we had a 0 index, a 1 index, a 2 index, and so forth. Here, dictionaries do not. Now they're a lot like tuples in that they have two parts to them. They have a key, so the key is the first part, so in this case we've got a key of 1, and then a value that goes with it, uno, and this is English to Spanish, I guess. And we can make an empty dictionary this way, and then just as we add anything in here, it goes in and adds it. We don't have to say append or anything like that. And so we can do something like this. I have that here. This is this first one. So there I make the empty dictionary, and then I add a key value pair, and then I add another key value pair, and then I print it. And we see that we get this structure here where here's a key 1, the value that goes with it, uno, separated by a colon, and then a comma to separate the other key value pairs. And the curly braces. Okay, so there we've defined one, and similarly, we could have just defined it all at once using the curly brace, and then each key value pair. Here we've got all 3, so I went ahead and I copied that here. So 1 in uno, 2 in dos, 3 in tres, and I run that cell, and you see I get the same type of output. Okay, here we had 3 key value pairs instead of just 2, but there we get that same type of output. Now the thing to notice is it's not sequenced. Now it's interesting, when they printed things out, notice they put in 1 first and then 2, but it printed out the 2 and then the 1. Here they mention this hashing is what's going on in there, and here's an example where they give apples, bananas, oranges, pears, but when they print it, notice it's pears, apples, oranges, bananas. It didn't come out in the same order. And so we don't get necessarily the same order each time, and that's where we won't be able to do things like slice and take pieces out by just saying, oh, I want the middle 3 or the middle 2 or the last 1. The problem is the last 1, we don't actually know what it is. Now when I ran these, everything stayed in order of what I gave it. So that's kind of interesting. And so we have that. Let's see. Well, I think one other thing I didn't toss in there was just that if you print the name of the dictionary and give it a key, it will then print the value that goes with it. So let me just, I'll highlight that, copy it, go here, and go into this one, and we'll run that one again. And so you see we got the value for that key of 2 when we said print that. Okay, so that's our introduction. They're pretty straightforward in this way, and they can come in very handy. We'll see a couple aspects where they come in handy. We'll actually run one of the cases. We won't bother actually running anything from the other case where they become really handy, but we'll call that good for the introduction.